call ourselves a meetup because they tend to be intimate and really sort of a high level of intellect. At least that's what I've heard. And we don't call ourselves a party because as party people we have lots of parties which you're all welcome to, particularly on the boats. Good news on the boats that we own. The two ships went on biodiesel fuel 3 days ago. Thank you. So we're getting it from Tri-State Biodiesel, which collects used restaurant oil from restaurants, and we're very excited about that. Tomorrow night on the boat, or Wednesday night, we have Global Green on the boat, and all these organizations are just kind of saying thank you for what we're doing. We just want to thank them and you. By you, I mean New Yorkers who are interested in this exchange of ideas, where I see nothing but endless opportunity. So I see lots of folks here that are in this sort of exchange and in this emerging green economy, and we invite all of you to participate to everything our companies do. Few words on our company. So one of the things that are coming up for us in Ecoventions is the Yonkers Green Business Summit next week on the 30th of June. Yonkers is a special place. Like Cory Booker in Newark, the mayor of Yonkers had a press conference with us a few months ago and said he wants to do a green initiative in his area. And like Cory Booker, there's a great mixture of people in Yonkers and real economic opportunity in the industrial sector and elsewhere. So if you have a product or service that makes sense to pitch and you're interested in really creating green economic opportunity and cultivating economic opportunity in an urban landscape, Yonkers is, I think, the third largest city in New York, and so we invite you on June 30th. After that, we take a little bit of a break in the summer, and in the fall, we have a tremendous amount of summits and expos. And just a big hand for Alia, because she's doing such a great job. We've got summits that include institutions, a summit on their impact on their surrounding communities. So we're doing that for the entire Northeast. Our partner is the CUNY Institute for Sustainable Cities and other great organizations like Riverkeeper. We want to involve them. When you think about the waterfront and creating a 21st century waterfront, while I had that on my mind, I'll just share with you we're doing a summit on Tel Aviv and New York City. How do you compare those two places? Well, those two places have connected waterfronts that are, and they're rising to the challenge of creating a sustainable 21st century waterfront. And we're doing summits, of course, continuing our summits in local areas from Princeton, New Jersey, to Essex, New Jersey, to Chinatown, San Francisco. There are tremendous opportunities building local living economies. The first summit we did was in Queens in January. 800 businesses showed up. Some of you might have been there. Or what you may not know is 800 Archie bunkers show up. And what comes out of that? Well, the fact is a lot. We've been able to monitor $2.3 million worth of economic activity. It always comes up as an example. I can't help but say it, but a good example is a young lady who has a green roofing company. She's greening roofs in Queens. So it makes sense, and she didn't have to make her presentation to Edith. No, sorry. Edith. Nobody understands my Edith. Edith. Oh, Archie. I understand, but whatever. So she didn't have to do that. The point is, it all makes sense. So and now there's opportunities in waste and the waste stream, and we're so happy to have. Waste Management as a tremendous supporter of our efforts, and the New York Times and Con Ed and National Grid, and those companies have a real story to tell because there's real opportunity right now for New Yorkers in a variety of business sectors. So thank you all for coming. Continue to network, tell your stories to one another, come to our events. You know, as a person who owns event businesses in addition to other things, really I'm more of a party guy, so I just want you all to come to the boats and to the restaurant and to all of our events, even without having a really intellectual sort of dialogue. On intellect, I'll just say one more thing. because I am involved at the Council on the Environment, and that is see the movie Food Inc. It's going to do to climate change. I hope it will do to climate change what An Inconvenient Truth, made by the same makers, did to, it'll do to food what that did to climate change. I think that the best example of sustainable local food are the green markets here in New York City. 1 million New Yorkers a week go through our green markets. Check them out. You're supporting local agriculture. And by the way, the mayor, the city, nobody gives money to that. It's a self-sustaining thing. It's highly profitable for 40 years, growing every day, and supporting and sustaining local agriculture. So check out the movie Food Inc. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy yourselves.